Hello everyone and welcome back to more Lucid9 Inciting Incident. Yes, we are back for more of this game. Yes, because in the last episode, nothing much really happened. Just a lot of downtime, like, what's it called? Talking to people and learning about how we may not really know our friends and their problems kind of thing, like their backstory and their own characters. So anyways, yes, so we left off with how we were trying to rescue the drowning dude in the river, but we thrown ourselves back into a flashback where we saw a little bit about our childhood. So we confirmed we had a sister. So her name was Mizu, and she was really this strong leader sort of older sister figure who always takes care of us and who's always she's always ready to jump into things kind of thing, not afraid to stand up to people, not afraid to try new things and to try to do things on her own, i.e. cooking when you're not supposed to. Anyway, so yeah, so there's that. We had a bit of that flashback, but then we came back. It turns out we were both pulled out of the river, and the guy that we were trying to rescue was Shoji, the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend of Akane. So he was really super awkward, like, oh, I suppose I should thank you for trying to save me, but we were like, we didn't actually save you because we were in the middle of drowning, so I don't know how the hell we both got out of the river. And he's like, oh yeah, true that. So he kind of went off his way. We were sitting there super confused, and we had the suspicion that Shoji might have been the almost victim of the next almost victim of the murderer. Like he might have known who the killer was or who the murderer was or something like that. But I was like, well, how though, in a way, because our assumption, or my assumption, was that he was trying to drown himself because of grief kind of thing. So we went home, we washed up, but then Misaki showed up and she's like, "Hey yo," and it's like, she was saying how she was there to apologize for her outburst with the whole commercial thing, and she was just like, I got out of hand because I didn't want you to affect the relationship with Ruri that you had. And we're like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, Ruri has feelings for you, right? And we were like, no, well, yes, but it's not important. Like, we're not supposed to act on it, kind of thing. And she's just like, why? Like, if you don't address it now, you're only hurting her, kind of thing. And we're like, okay, I get it. But then afterwards, she invited us out to go just to hang out to the school rooftop. We broke into the school. We snuck in there past curfew, and we got up on the rooftop thanks to her magic card. So we sat there. Misaki talked about why or how she moved to District 6 with her mom, and what happened after she moved away from Seto. And so it turns out, of course, it's because her dad lost his job. Her mom blamed him about being not assertive and blah blah blah, but really he lost the job because his company went bankrupt, and that was a factor that he couldn't control. So they moved away, and the dad went into construction, and he was gone for all most of the time until one day he just stopped showing up home from work. And so Misaki assumed that he had died in an accident, but it turns out he had accidentally overdosed on painkillers. And of course her mom was indifferent to that. She just moved his shit, sold his shit, and then just took her to move to District 6, and that's why. So she was super sad about that, and we were like, oh shit. And so we decided to try to cheer her up by asking her to show us how to use Patter. So yes, we used Patter for the first time. We took a picture of a cat, and we kind of went home. And then we went to school the next day. Yeah, we saw Yahiko talk with that guy Haru again about talking to, of course, we don't really know what they talk about, but we know, I had the inkling idea that they were planning, or Haru was planning to talk to Irie because of the whole rumor thing where it's like, oh, if you talk to her, you're gonna go missing next, kind of thing. So yeah. So we were witness to that, but of course Yahiko was trying not to act out of character. So he slapped on a smile, and we were like, hey, what you talking about, kind of thing. And he's like, who was that, kind of thing. And he was like, oh, that was Haru. He was one of the class president, or no, the class class club manager or some shit like that. He was like the club manager or some shit. And it's like it turns out that he was the club manager of Yahiko's club, which is the happy club, and which is actually a club that makes people actually happy. So like people who have depression or who are struggling in school and stuff like that, they go to that club in order to get like help kind of thing. And we're like, oh shit, like we didn't quite like realize that was like his goal kind of thing, or that was the purpose of Yahiko's club. We thought it was really stupid kind of thing. So yeah, there's that. And then afterwards, we went about our school day. We came across Irie. Irie was being bullied by the girls again, and then we obviously stood up for her, and we took her away from the girls. And then we sat down. We played a game with her, I think, and then we what's it called? We talked about how like why she doesn't stand up to the bullies, and she's like, well, it's it's easier to just kind of ignore them kind of thing. And just when we're about to like kind of like make friends and be a little bit closer to her, and she was about to reveal something really like crucial about her background, I guess, Haru shows up, and he was like, yeah, I need to talk to Irie. And so he left us alone but he warned us to like watch ourselves kind of thing. And we're like, okay. So yeah, we left them to that. School day rolled around. The end of school day came about, but then as we were trying to look for our other friends, they were like off. They disappeared. And so we're like, okay, this is really weird. Maybe we should go look for our friends kind of thing, because they're all acting really hella suspicious. So yeah, this is where we are now. So we are here, we are alone, and we are going to go investigate. So my first instinct is to look for my friends from a high vantage point. Yes. Shortly after arriving, I quickly realized that it's a terrible instinct. Even if I had perfect eyesight, it's not like I can see through buildings. What made me think that I could have found Ruri from the rooftop? Well, you don't know. I'm just about to leave, but I catch a flicker of motion in the corner of my eye. Exactly, purple hair, wavy purple hair. Oh, it's Elizabeth. What a bloody prat. Yeah, that's definitely Elizabeth. Yes, I round the corner to the back part of the rooftop, the generally more isolated area. What you doing, girl? Sure enough, my favorite Brit is settled on the edge of the bench, nose shoved deep into the pages of her paperback book. I quickly recognize it as the popular dystopian series, The Famine Tourney. The Hunger Games! Hey! Interesting. Didn't think she'd have the time to read fiction between those textbooks of hers. Who's a bloody prat? She doesn't even glance up, clearly absorbed in the print before her. This President Ash. I can't stand smarmy gits like, yes, she trails off, then slowly looks upward. Hello. You? Yes, she leaps to her feet, thrusting the book in front of her like a broadsword. Good day, Lizzie. That's... what? Don't tell anyone. Why? She quickly slides her books behind her, looking down. That was a delayed reaction. I'll take it to my grave, just like you being a barista. Great, I feel so comforted. You don't trust me? I'm hurt. Yeah, do you blame me? I want to bite back with a teasing remark, but my tongue is stiff in my mouth. Trust, a fickle thing. Elizabeth's eyes furrow at my change of mood. She slowly closes the book, evaluating me for a long moment. Are you worried about the disappearances? Yes. For a second, I'm flabbergasted. It's almost like she read my mind. What? The main targets are Academy students. It's some cause for concern, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, right. That wasn't exactly how I'd been thinking about the disappearances, but doesn't matter. People die anyway. My, I see you have sky-high expectations of humanity. Yes, what can I say? I'm an optimist. She smirks lightly at this. It seems to soften the hard lines on her face. It prompts me to speak. You know, sometimes you're not that unbearable. Oh yes, I try to answer to your every beck and call. I can tell from the encouragement you shower on me. Well, I'm known for my nurturing spirit. By people on drugs? She actually giggles, extracting a chuckle from me. Getting along with Elizabeth? What's going on? There's a lot of strange things going on, okay? So this shouldn't be like a surprise for you. It probably won't last, but maybe I should see where it goes. Okay, keep talking, not today. We're gonna keep talking. Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, thank you, game. I didn't... I was just looking to, like, plug in my mouse because I totally forgot to do that. But anyways, whatever. We got this. It's all good. Okay, keep talking. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I don't have anywhere else to be, and honestly, this could be fun. Yeah. I take a moment to glance over her stacks of tomes. Aside from the Famine Tourney, her selection seems to weigh on the mystery side. Works from Darther Onan Coyle, Sorothy Dayers, Kagatharisti, and more. I also catch multiple outliers in the romance department. Oh my god, look at these names. I love these names. These are your favorites? I've yet to decide. The genre is proving to be enjoyable so far, though. So, you don't know the endings? No. Her face promptly drops into a cold glare. Don't you dare spoil them. Spoil them? Me? I would never. I peer over her shoulder at the Flamintorni. But, you know, if I were you, I wouldn't trust that baker boy. Yama, I just said. And the archer girl, the main character, well, don't be too startled if she kills everyone else in order to win at the end. Oh, stop it. Yeah. And the little sister, she may or may not turn insane and become a serial killer. No. Fine. She promptly slams the book shut and slides it back into the pile, withdrawing a fresh one. Looks like Darthic Onan Coils, the dog of Garamond. The dogs of Garamond? Spoiler alert, the main character dies in the end. No! Again, she hastily returns the book and takes another one, Sorothy Dayer's Gaudy Night. Spoiler alert, shush. Yeah, the character ends up hating each other's guts and swear to become eternal rivals. Are you going to keep doing this? She looks genuinely upset, so I quickly retract, lost of my humor. I was just making it up. Yeah. You were? Yes, I was. You want me to cross my heart? Hoping to die would be better. Don't say that. You must save the best for last, my dear. She snorts at this, shaking her head in disbelief. My god, you're exactly like... Her eyes shuffle away, sparking my curiosity. Exactly like... Well, you know, Mr. Darcy, sort of, from Pride and Prejudice. Oh, that's a proper title, I guess. Not that you would know about that book, anyway. Actually, I read it. You have? Yeah. Her surprise seems genuine rather than condescending. I decide to respect it. Why, certainly, Miss Bennet. I do consider myself to be well-read. Elizabeth straightens, her lips twitching into a coquettish smile. It appears your considerations for one being well-read are substantially lower than the normalities of society, Mr. Darcy. Well, naturally, it is in accordance with the quality of my company. I beg your pardon? After all, dear Elizabeth, a poor Miss Bennet you would make. You are but half English. As for you, Mr. Darcy, you are twice as conceited as your original counterpart. Why, thank you. It is not to be thankful for. A proud man I may be, but I know where to place my gratitude. Is that place one that exists in this world? Naturally not. I thought. I like this banter. It's like an intellectual banter. Intellectual role-playing banter. This is actually fun. When Elizabeth loosens up, her wit and intelligence make for a playful combination. Not that she'd ever actually be Elizabeth Bennet, or that I would be Mr. Darcy. After all, in the end, they fall in love. Yes, they do. Just the thought sends me into shudders of revulsion. Hey now, no, I don't need you now. Here we go. I have a small question for you, Mr. Darcy. What? What might that be, Miss Bennet? What brings you to the rooftop? Oh, your undying beauty. She flushes brightly, even though I was just joking. You taint those words with your capriciousness. What? She quickly loses the mask of Elizabeth Bennet in her favor. You can't say romantic things so easily. It loses its meaning. What? You think I meant it seriously? Oh, well, no, but for example... She clears her throat and stares me dead in the eye. I love you. Despite hating her... Do I hate her? Yes, I hate her. I nearly flail backward, my stomach turning over. What the heck? I didn't mean it, but you see? No matter your intent, words have power. And you tell me that you love me to justify this? Well, it's not like I bloody meant it. Then why'd you say it? To prove a point, see? You're riled up. That's exactly how I feel when you compliment me. When people throw around words so casually. And now I know why this girl can't handle a joke. Still, I guess to some extent it makes sense. I don't want to admit it, but her counter-argument is actually valid. So, that was why you were always on my case for throwing around my words. Of a sort, yes. She clears her throat, protectively hugging a book to her chest. Honestly speaking, I didn't hate you. Really? Well, not at first. So, what traumatic event lost Her Majesty's favor upon me? Strangely enough, she ignores my mocking tone. Her gaze is deadly serious. Well, when... Oh, who's that? Well, that was unfortunate timing. I wait for Elizabeth to continue, but she immediately retracts, digging back into her book. Answer it. She doesn't really give me any other option, so I take a look. Who is this? Yeah. But why am I answering your... Oh, wait, I'm answering my own phone. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's Rui. Hey, are you busy right now? I need some grunt labor. Oh, really? Well, get marvelous masa then. Courtyard now. Okay. I'm actually disappointed as I slide my phone into my pocket. This was the closest to a civil conversation I've gotten with Elizabeth. Yes. Well, you kind of had one during the cafe visit. Well, Miss Bennett, it looks like duty calls. As you know, I have so many admirers to see. She snickers lightly. Oh, I would count on it. There are, after all, 70 million blind people in the world. Are you sure? I snort. That was actually a passable comment. Come back. Cheerio, Miss Bennett. Goodbye, Mr. Darcy. Don't come again. I will, Miss Bennett, just for you. Well, I shan't stop you if you wish to publicly humiliate yourself. I only roll my eyes at her and shut the door, setting my steps toward the academy courtyard. Okay, well, I wonder what Rui wants with us in terms of that, because we haven't seen her in a while. My pace is lighter than when I'd first arrived. Unfortunately, my thoughts sober as I approach the courtyard. Why didn't Rui contact me earlier? Where has Yahiko been? Or Masato? I guess that they have their own lives. Rui's in drama club, Yahiko has his happy club, and Masato, well, we're not exactly on talking terms. Besides, it's not like they're obligated to babysit me every day, logically speaking. Okay. So Rui is leaning against three humongous suitcases by the nearest bench, biting her lip furtively as she twines her fingers in her skirt. Oh, you need help with your luggage? Oh good, you came. I see how it is. You only call me when it's convenient for you. The bitterness in my tone is only half joking. Rui doesn't seem to notice this. Oh. Hey, you're the one who hasn't joined any clubs. I curb my tongue at this comment, no matter how much I'd like to snap back. She's right, it's my own fault. So what's all this about? I'm going back home for a while. Yeah, what? Where'd this come from? Although, judging from Akira's words earlier, I think I know why. Oh yeah, in her fight too, yeah. So yeah, I forgot to mention that Akira sort of spilled the feelings, or spilled her tea about how she got into a serious fight with Rui. Of what they argued about, we're not sure, but I had a sneaking suspicion that it's about us, Yama. So yeah, Akira called us really frantically asking where Rui has been because she's been missing, but then we're like, chill, she said that she's going home for the night and like from now on kind of thing since the curfew changed. So she's like, oh, okay, and then it's like, oh, what's happened? Like, and then that's how she revealed that, you know, she got into a fight and we talked to her about it in the cafeteria for a bit. So I mean, I'll still come to school every day and everything, it's just, you know, a little commute. I notice that she blatantly dodges the question. It's a 1 hour commute to the other side of town. Well, on the bright side, it's less time with you. Hey, ha ha ha. It is less time with me, with Masato, with Yahiko, with anyone. She feels painfully distant. Yeah, really though, it'll be nice to spend some time with my parents. You might want to consider doing the same thing. My house. It's 3 hours away, Rui. In I don't know, entirely different city. Right, you haven't called in a while, have you? No. I only shrug. I don't hate my parents. In fact, if anything, it's the opposite. I'd hate to cause any more trouble than I already have. But better to leave them in peace and quiet. Well, we should go. If I miss my train, I'm stranded here. For a wild, reckless moment, I'm seized with the impulse to make her stay. Not that I'd actually do it. Let me guess, you need me to carry the luggage. Yes. Well, isn't that what friends are for? What kind of friends do you have? Hey now, don't do that. No, come back. She playfully bumps my shoulder, but it feels foreign, stilted. Really, really nice ones that'll help an innocent maiden with her luggage, right? I grab two of the suitcases and pull them by their handles. They drag against me, protesting with weight. What do you have in here? Bricks? Your brain. Aw, it's so big. You mean it's so dense. I chuckle at this. Rui smiles shyly, pulling the remaining suitcase alongside me. Thanks, Yama. Oh no, stop that. Yes. Anyways, I have a hard time to believe that, you know, what did his parents do when they were younger? No, stop that. Cause like in the flashback, they completely left him and his sister alone when they were like what 7, 8 years old, no dinner, nothing, and like they nearly burnt the house down trying to make dinner by themselves. So I'm just like, where did they go? Anyways, whatever. We head to the main street in silence, staring everywhere but at each other. Okay. So it's not until we've settled at the bus stop when I find myself with words. I restlessly tap my fingers against the worn metal zippers of her suitcase, searching my thoughts. Why'd you call me instead of Masato? He's the kind of guy you'd want this for. I don't think so. Anyway, Masato must. Nope. Hey, stop it! Oh my god. Masato must be busy with track and honor society, and yeah. And she wants to spend time with you because she likes you. She has feels. He shouldn't have time to notice these little things. He shouldn't have time to notice little things like this. Her answers only cultivate more confusion. In a way, you're moving back home. That isn't exactly little. Well, still, it's distracting and weird and honestly unattractive. Am I speaking with the same language as anyone at this school? I know. Of all people, I would have thought that I could at least understand Ruri. I'd grown up with her. I knew her. Heck, in some ways, I knew her better than I knew myself. Can she change that much in just 2 days? Look, Masato's your friend and you're moving. That's all there is to it, right? Clearly, I'm getting nowhere with this. Where's Yahiko? Ruri relaxes slightly at this abrupt change of topic. Busy. How busy? Who knows? Probably just wanted to skip out on helping or something. I want to inquire further, or at the very least, tell her about the exchange between him and Haru, but we arrive at the subway station just then, cutting our conversation short. Oh. Okay, so the platform is hauntingly empty. The orderly benches are completely free of cigarettes, gum, or scraps of paper. It's as if they've never been sat on. Furthermore, the only person in sight is the attendant at the ticket booth, and he's currently snoring. In a way, it makes sense. Not only is this a minor station, but Isamu is known for its strength and security and prosperity. Why would anyone want to leave that? So no, it's still strange. The platform had some pretty decent traffic when we were heading to District 8 the other day, but now it's completely empty. Even in this quiet spell, even if this is a quiet spell before the rush, is it really reasonable? Come to think of it, how is the city reacting to the disappearances? I live in a bubble where the only reactions I see are the ones of fellow students. I have no clue what the common office worker is thinking, or the common housewife, or the common fast food worker. Is the city afraid, or am I just looking too much into this? Ruri quietly tugs at my sleeve, clutching her pre-bought tickets in her hand. This place gives me the creeps. Yeah, no shit. Didn't you go home yesterday night? Oh gosh, don't remind me. I swear there was a zombie hiding in the corner. Oh, boo. Eek! I burst into laughter as she leaps away, flailing her arms wildly in my direction. Yama! What? Well, see any zombies? I wish Miki were here. She could return the favor with, oh, I don't know, a little scare. A scare? Say, an innocent little bug. Oh, don't you dare. Or maybe a big hairy spider with huge eyes and pincers that click together as it... Oh, come here. I have arachnophobia, apparently. I lunge towards her. She darts further down the platform, giggling lightly. Well, I don't blame him, because I don't like spiders either. I bolt towards her, but a sudden shadow darts across the edge of my vision. Get away from me! What? Who's that? I stop short. Rui also grinds to a halt. 2 academy students are sprinting across the platform on the opposite side of the track, weaving between the columns and jumping over benches in their haste to what? At first I think they are just having a casual race, but when the second student crashes into a trash can and plants onto the ground, the first doesn't even spare him a glance. It's Yahiko. What the hell is happening? She gestures to the student who just took a nasty fall. I look again, stomach dropping as I recognize the familiar head of blonde hair. Yahiko? What's Yahiko doing here? And why is he running? What's he running from? What? He's struggling to pull himself to his feet, clutching at his ribs. His face is twisted in a way that I've never seen before, harsh angles and contorted lines that make him look like a completely different person. The other boy, who's currently halfway down the platform, is bony and pale with brown hair that hangs over his eyes. Is this Shoji? It's Shoji, yes. Shoji and Yahiko, what are they doing here? Isn't Shoji supposed to be missing? If, of course, the words of Irie's bullies can be trusted. Yeah. Why are they running? What's going on? I said get away! Shoji, don't be like this. I hear the faint blare of an incoming train. Shoji staggers closer to the tracks, a wild look in his eyes. Oh shit! No, boy, hey. I know what you're trying to do. I know who you are. What? I know what you're trying to do. I know who you are. You're too close. You're too close, Shoji. Ruri bolts forward, but I catch the glint of the train and snag the collar of her jacket. Yeah, girl, no, don't. You'll just hurt yourself. The words slip from my throat, cool, slimy like a serpent. Oh, but wow, I just this is so hella shady. Yahiko suddenly throws himself at Shoji, tackling him closer to the train. Ruri tenses but doesn't move. Guys, get off. Oh no, you're not in your right mind, Shoji. Shoji socks him right in the jaw. Yahiko flinches backward, but keeps his grip secure as he drags himself to his feet. The train blares its incoming approach. Guys, you're making me anxious. Get away from the tracks, please. What is he doing? Shoji wriggles in his grasp, snapping his feet at Yahiko's knees. But Yahiko refuses to buckle. He stumbles closer to the track, ignoring Shoji's fingernails prying at his hands. The train surges closer as they pass over the caution line. Stop fighting me. Let go. Oh my god. Ruri clutches my arm, staring pleadingly at me. We need to help. We can't. What? What do you mean? Why not? No, we need to call police, hospital, someone. It's too late. Lights flare in the tunnel and the train barrels closer. Ruri slumps against my chest, eyes blank. Shoji braces his feet against the ground as Yahiko staggers to the edge. They're screaming now. Half of the words are indistinguishable, drowned by the roaring horns. Killed, just stood, watched. What? Not fault. Disgusting liar. Finally, Yahiko wrenches his arms. Shoji teeters over the edge, limbs thrown back. The train thunders forward. I absently cover Ruri's eyes with my hand, my gaze transfixed as he... Okay! Falls right beneath the nose of the train, which steamrolls over him, blood splayed over its front. I barely catch a glimpse of Yahiko's face, transfixed with twisted horror before the train pulls to a stop between us. What happened? Yama, what? My head begins to spin as red pulses before my eyes. Oh no. Oh god. Yama, listen to me. You're okay. You'll be fine. I stumble backwards, my hands groping for a wall, a bench, anything, my stomach writhes with nausea. We're in Isamu, Yama. We're in the train station. You can breathe. You're okay. Oh my god, the smell of iron and smoke pummels my nostrils. My vision twists into monochrome. Ruri fades out of sight, her words blurry in my ears. Fine, don't... Okay, here. Holy shit. I fall away from reality, the screams of passerby ringing in my ears. Okay, Okay, we're back. Okay, so we're back to having another flashback because we got triggered. Did Mizu die in, like, either from the same kind of way where she accidentally fell into the tracks of a subway, or, like, did she die in, like, a fire or something? I don't know. Here, I'll give you a shot, okay? Oh! No, we're on a bus here! We're on a bus! Okay, so sorry, I forgot to mention that part of the flashback here was that the last scene was that we were on our way on a bus on a delayed what's it called? What's it called? What's the word again? Like a bus, a different route bus that wasn't our usual bus. Yeah, that bus. Yeah, we were on that bus, going home, I think, and. A detour bus! God damn it, I can't English today. Detour bus. We're on a detour bus. The last flashback we had when we were drowning in the river with Mizu. And we were just talking about how, like, oh yeah, you know, cooties kind of thing, and that's it. And I just pieced together how he's got a trigger with buses whenever he sees them. So did she die in, like, a bus accident? This bus accident? He managed to get out and she didn't? Is that why? Like... Yes? Oh my god, maybe. Let's find out. Maybe we'll find out here. So, Eeps, I hate shots. It's okay, this one won't hurt. Are you sure? Well, not too much. Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got the cootie shot. So I won't die. Yeah, that's what shots do, right? Yeah, thanks, sis. Oh, there we go. Holy shit. Okay, well, what was that? Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on? Mind where you're driving. I can't help it. What do you mean I can't help it? Good heavens, what is out there? Ice, lots of it. Sweepers must have been delayed. Oh, well, pull over, stop, do something. Just sit tight and be quiet, I need to concentrate. Yeah, you should have stopped, my dude. Mizu, I don't like this bus. We'll be fine, don't worry. Oh my god. Damn it. No, oh god, yeah, she died in this bus crash. Oh my god. Ah, yeah, Yama. Oh no. Yeah, oh shit, no, hey, stop that. Oh my god, she like... Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, stop it, oh my god, this keyboard is freaking out just the same time as I'm freaking out. Jesus Christ. Mizu, it's okay. Get off, sis. I can't breathe. Well, she can't. Mizu, get off. Oof. Why aren't you moving? Oh, shit. Please, sis. Oh, officer, a kid, alive, back. How? Air pocket, looks like glass. Quick, get... Oh my god. Oh my god, so that's how she died. And it makes sense though, because that's why he has such a trauma to like buses now. Oh, and they're trying to revive her too. Oh shit. Did it. Wait, get him to... Oh wait, no. The girl? Oh, didn't. Instantaneous. Sir, civilians escort away. Give back you... Oh god, no, Hana. Ryoshi, where's... Please. Hana! This is trippy. Holy shit, this is trippy. What the fuck? My eyes shoot open and I clutch at my chest, coughing violently. A hand immediately grips my shoulder and I feel something cold and solid at my lips. A glass. Water. Okay, I guzzle it violently, throat burning as it slips into my stomach. My vision finally begins to clear. Oh, I'm bundled up in a large comforter, reclining against my sofa. Ruri is kneeling in front of me, her expression ridden with concern. She hesitantly brushes her fingertips against my forehead. They feel like ice. You're burning up. Oh, yeah. She hurries back into the kitchen. I hear the comforting gurgle of my faucet. The warm scent of chicken broth drifts through the air. What happened? The words escape from my throat in a croaky groan. Ruri quickly returns and slips the newly refilled glass into my hand. I sip at it, slower this time. You were in shock. You lapsed twice as we came into your apartment. Oh my god. Thankfully, you didn't faint until we got here. I meant Yahiko and Shoji. Oh, she freezes, her expression flickering in pain. I didn't see. Yeah, everyone rushed out of the train to see what happened. There were police, ambulances, reporters. It was a mess. I narrow my eyes at her. Her hands are clasped tightly, shaking in her lap. Nervousness, definitely. From trauma? Not quite. Are you hiding something from me, Ruri? Yes. They arrested Yahiko. Because they thought they pushed him. Oh no. What? He's currently being detained at the station. How long have I been out? Oh, my chest suddenly seizes, pushing me into a coughing fit. Ruri disappears into the kitchen and comes back with a bowl of steaming chicken noodle soup. Eat this. I work to spoon the food in my mouth, but my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Rapid thoughts, one after another, are pounding at my head. Did Yahiko just kill someone? No. Did Shoji just die before my eyes? Oh, let me. She takes the bowl from my grasp, holding the spoon before my lips. Feeding me? Really? Well, yeah, I mean, you can't feed yourself. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Let you starve? She quickly jams the spoon in my mouth. The warm, savory liquid soothes my throat. I instinctively hum in approval. It's good. Oh, well, duh. A thought dawns on me as I take another spoonful of soup. What happened to your luggage? Luggage? You were going back home. Oh, well, plans change. Yeah, that does tend to happen when you see someone die, and your friend gets arrested. Does Masato know? I don't know. You haven't told him. Well, yeah, where's he been? Has he contacted you? No, he hasn't, okay? And he won't. She grips the bowl in both hands, her shoulders slumping. For the first time, I notice how tired she looks. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. No, it's okay. But what's been happening to all of us? How are you feeling? Fine. Oh, I see that the bloodshot veins in her eyes and the deep shadows to her skin, and how there's no life to her smile. Liar. Yeah. Come here. Yeah. Come over here. Let's just give each other, like, supportive hugs. I take the bowl from her hands and place it on the ground, then slide an arm around her shoulder, rubbing it gently. She seems to collapse inwardly, hiding her face in her hands. Why is this happening? It's okay. I don't understand. First it's with Masato, then Akira, then Yahiko. Everyone's leaving. Oh, leaving? What the fuck? Don't worry, I won't leave. She relaxes at my words and wipes her sleeve across her face. Well, it's not like anyone else would put up with you, right? Right. Okay, so her mood seems to lighten, but her brows flickers in concern. You saw Mizu, didn't you? Yes, I did. I nod silently, trying to swallow past the lump in my throat. Yeah. And? It's okay, this wasn't the first time. I try to pass this off as a joke, but Rui grows deathly still. What? What? Maybe this wasn't a good idea. What am I supposed to say? I nearly drowned yesterday? Never mind. Oh, Yama, tell me what happened. Now. Yes, I know, she's very demanding. Her eyes pierce through me and her mouth is set in a hard frown. Looks like I should just come clean. I almost drowned yesterday, yeah. You know the Rainbow River? Shoji was drowning. I thought I could save him. But that river, yeah, I know. It was the very first reason why my family had moved away from Isamu. Really, because of what happened in that river. The river that, miles further upstream, bordered a certain elementary school. I'd been born and raised in Isamu, and I had a sibling. But after the accident in the river, a frightening bus crash that resulted in around 30 casualties. Oh, okay. So that's what they meant by air pocket. Is that the bus crashed into the river, but Mizu died protecting us in that instant. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't stick around, yeah. So we moved. Nice town, 3 hours away, a quiet place called Seto where we were supposed to start over. A town where I met Rui and Misaki, yes. But then, when Rui's parents found jobs in the prosperous metropolis of Isamu, they couldn't hesitate to take them. Yeah, they couldn't hesitate to take them, not when they were still working through the aftermath of the recession. So Rui came to Isamu, and I came with her. Back to this cursed city and its cursed river. You know how dangerous that river can be. Why would you even... You can't even swim. Well, yeah, well, there's a reason it turned out the way it did. And when were you going to tell me this? The edge to her voice alerts me to just how distressed she is. Well, yeah, I would be too. Is it really such a big deal? Yes. You could have died. Well, I didn't. Well, that's not the problem, Yama. You don't tell me anything. Her sudden outburst stuns me into silence. She grips my shoulders, fingers curling through the comforter and digging into my arms. You're always hiding things. I never know what's going on. Don't you trust me? Why? Her voice is shaking. I work to speak past the numbness on my tongue. I don't hide anything from... Then what about Shigure? What about the investigation? What about the serial murders? What about... She grips my shirt, tears dripping onto the comforter. You haven't told me anything. That you've been staying up late, that these things keep happening to you. I don't know what you've been doing after school. I don't even see you around. I blurt out the one thing on my mind. Well, how do you know about the investigation? Is that what's important right now? You're investigating serial killings, Yama, and you don't have training in anything, and you're just a kid, and you can't do that. Can't do what? What is happening? Can't do everything? Can't do anything? Has there ever been something that I could do? Not a good student, not a good son, not a good investigator. Tell me, Rui, is there anything that I am good at? You know, being an average student is just fine if it keeps you alive. I can't live like that. If you keep this up, you're not going to live at all. Don't you get it? I'm fine with that. What are you even saying? I'm sick of being useless. Oh, yes. My anger is burning to my mouth. I'm spewing whatever comes to my head. Yeah. Why have you stuck around me, huh? Why have you stuck with such an incompetent excuse for a human being? You sure don't get anything from it. The only thing you're incompetent at is telling me when important stuff happens in your life. Like, oh, I don't know, the fact that you almost drowned yesterday. Am I really even a friend to you? What kind of a friend? What is a friend? Someone who makes you feel nice and cozy? Is that why you were with me? Sticking around someone you know you're better than at everything? Probably made you feel really good about yourself. Oh, hey now, hey, shut up. You don't know what's been happening. You don't even care. You don't even ask. You just sit back and do nothing. Yeah, do nothing. Oh shit. I no longer see the need to expend resources on a worthless assistant. Why don't you try at anything? Yeah. You're the genius. Figure it out. Rage floods to the tips of my fingers. I can feel venom slicking over my tongue. I do nothing. I sit around in my apartment and twiddle my thumbs all day. Yep, that's me. That's Yama Ishimoto. What a kid. What a stupid, arrogant kid. Did nothing while his older sister, would have had so much potential. Yeah, oh god, Yama. Oh, you know what she wanted to be? A defense attorney. At 9 years old, she didn't even know what it was. She just asked our parents what the best job to protect people was, and they said a lawyer. So she had her heart set on being a lawyer. Meanwhile, what did Yama want to be? Good old Yama Ishimoto wanted to be a, wait for it, tree. Yes, I kid you not, a tree. The kid with leaves and a trunk and all that crap. The kind with the trees and the trunks and the leaves and all that kind of crap. Why? Because trees are tall and green, and he thought both of those attributes were pretty cool at the time. Stupid, isn't it? Wow, you know what would have been better? If Yama died and Mizu had lived. I would have liked that. Wouldn't you have liked that? Don't blame yourself for that, Yama. It wasn't your fault that she died. It was the blizzard, the bus driver, the sweepers. You shouldn't have been on that bus in the first place. I'd like to think that I really would, but maybe for a while I did. I clenched my hands until my nails are digging grooves into the base of my palm. But you know what? Someone kept bringing it up. What? You could have left me alone. You could have let me forget, but you didn't let me. Why? Why did you keep nagging me? Why are you so insistent on sticking around me every day, every hour, every minute? What? I can't do anything on my own now? It always needs to be with you? Tears filled her eyes and spill onto her cheeks. My eyes and throat are burning. My tongue feels like it's on fire, but I can't stop. I was fine. Life was fine. And then you came. You made me think of her. Oh, do you like it when I suffer? Do you like seeing me in pain? Well, congratulations, because you did an excellent job. Guys, you're just saying things in the heat of the moment. Oh, and you got slapped for it, because I think you deserved it too. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys, you're just caught up in the moment. Duh, you're saying things you're gonna regret, like, later. My head swivels harshly to the side, cheeks smarting from the impact of Rue's palm. She stares angrily at me, tears dripping from her chin onto the carpet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for caring for you. I'm sorry for sticking up for you. I'm sorry for spending time with you. I'm sorry for being such a terrible burden. And I'm sorry to myself for putting up with such an ignorant, thankless person all these years. Her every word socks me straight in the gut, even though she speaks quietly. Thanks for being honest with me. I didn't realize I was such a horrible person. Horrible for worrying about you, horrible for being upset when you could have died yesterday and I wouldn't have known at all. But by all means, keep telling me. It's not like I know my own faults or anything. She storms to the front door, slinging her backpack over her shoulder. Goodbye, Ishimoto. Oh, damn. My god. This cold. Y'all are cold. She slams the door behind her, leaving me in a frigid silence. Anger burns from my stomach to the tips of my fingers. I'm seized with a wild urge to grab something, anything, and smash it against the ground, but anything I look at, I can't bring myself to break. I glance out the window. Rue is already heading out the gate. Wow, guys. I toss on a light jacket and tear down the stairs, grinding to a halt at the gate and making a sharp turn to the opposite gate. The only way to expel this is a walk. A nice, long, preferably death-inducing walk. I break into a run as the cold air hits my face. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. Rui was the one who freaked out. She's always been that way, always nagging me, always giving me a hard time. She felt excluded? Who was the person who went home yesterday? Who was the person who never talked to me? Who was the person who made me run around the Isamu forest thinking that she'd been brutally murdered? I just can't take it anymore, any of it. I close my eyes and pick up my speed, feeling the wind blister my face. My lungs plead for air and my heart is throbbing painfully against my chest, but I don't bother stopping. Wow. Oh, District 6. Here we go. District 6, the dead of night. Perfect place for an ignorant, thankless lowlife like me. Damn it. I drop against the wall, fighting for breath. A couple of shady figures eye me from the alleyways, but when I meet their gaze, they turn away. I wouldn't mind a fight. I honestly wouldn't. It'd feel good, maybe. Cathartic. A good old fist to the face. Maybe I'd die. Yama, please. I deserve it. I shouldn't have said those words. It didn't matter that I was angry. It didn't matter that I felt unjustified. Ruri didn't deserve words like that. Not when she's been by my side. Not when she's been my only friend. It just hurt. Even she acknowledged that I couldn't do anything correctly. She was supposed to support me, to believe in me, right? Oh, what's that? Hut? Who's that? Oh, location ping. Haru, why would he be pinging me? Yeah, how did he get my number? How is his number in my phone? Is this part of a lapse I don't remember? Maybe he set his caller ID to be public, but that's strange to say the least, especially from a student. And why is he in District 6? Oh well, we're here anyways though. I cautiously follow the indicator, keeping to the shadows as I approach. I round the corner of the denoted alleyway, but... What? What? No, not now, no. Is he dead too? You're a coward. He's dead too. He's dead too. What? We'll see about that. Wait! Shouldn't even be here. No, really? Don't you dare tell anyone. Why not? Look, no one can know about this. Scared someone will find out? Wait! All this time, I should have known. Why? Why? I jolt awake, frantically clinging to my bedpost. My vision is still swimming, my mouth dry with the bitter aftertaste of anxiety medication. No, no, of all times, it had to be then? I squeeze my eyes shut in vain attempt to recall the images that have just passed my retinas, but they had already gone. What happened? Why did I see a mutilated body? Why did I see Yahiko? What did I talk about? What the hell happened? What is happening? Are we the killers? Is Yahiko our accomplice? I struggle to roll out of bed, but my limbs are frozen with terror, plastered to the sheets beneath my racing heartbeat. You're a coward. Who was that? Who said that? Why did they say that? Why did they say it? How did I... No, no. I seize my phone, looking through my messages, my calls, anything, a clue, a hint, a status update. What? I'm like, what? I only find an email. Oh my god, is that the Crimson Crusade dude? Oh my god, yes it is. If you happen to find yourself in the midst of many strange events, don't worry. There are many who believe in you. Don't forget who you are, and don't forget who you are not. Be the drill. Ah yes, the mystery emailer. The one who only started contacting me the night after my first last in years. Okay. The one who seems to know exactly what I'm facing, even though I don't know who they are. What a convenient response, almost as if it's exactly what I need to hear. I shut my phone, tossing it as far away from me as possible. Who am I during these lapses? The doctors, of course, have their own answers. It's just an unusual brain injury from the accident. You'll suffer brief lapses during time of stress when your memory is transitioning from short to long term. Wouldn't change anything about you, they said. You're still yourself, they said. It's just a little memory blip, they said. Maybe they were paid to tell me that. After all, no one wants to hear that they could have an uncontrollable alter ego who might very well be a serial killer. Can't trust anyone. Can't even trust myself. What am I doing while I think I'm sleeping? I lie still, fighting to keep my mind steady as I survey my next course of action. What do I do? Record myself? Confine myself? Report myself? What can I do if I find out that I might be the very person I'm trying to track? It's not possible, is it? It sounds ridiculous, like a half-baked plot from a second-hand book. Stupid, irrational, impossible. Just like me these past few days. Maybe I should just go to school. I can only snort at the thought. Shallow, ditzy little school, where I'll receive homework assignments on calculus problems and how Mary Nori has saved Isamu and 1,000 other things that mean nothing when people are dying every day. Still, if I lapse at school, maybe someone will catch me. Maybe we'll find out once and for all. Besides, it's not like I have anything better to do. Okay, so you're setting yourself up. What? It only takes me a moment to get dressed and wolf down a quick breakfast. The food is sour in my stomach, but I force myself to keep it down. Okay. Contrary to the past few days, the entrance is packed with students. It's practically impossible to weave my way through. I peer through the crowd of heads and catch a brief glimpse of red hair that slowly plods away. Threads of whispers shoot in rapid fire at the sight. Again, they say Haru went missing and Shoji ended up passing away. Yeah, I saw the news. I can't believe it. I can. We should have expected it the moment we saw them talk to Irie. Do you really think she'd do that? No wonder those girls are angry at Irie. But guys, isn't this getting a little out of hand? They even egged her this time. You think we're too hard on her? Midori, Toma, Akane, now Shoji and Haru. How high does the body count have to get before you start believing us? But was she even involved with... You're not taking the side of that bitch, are you? Oh my god. Look, an adult had to step in and take your group to the principal's office. That doesn't make them look any better. You... Oh my god. Hey, no fighting! Shakira! I'm shoved to the side as Masato breaks through the crowd, his jaw taut with suppressed anger. The students immediately quiet down, watching eagerly for another display with their phone cameras primed for patter. All of you better quit your yapping and scram. Your little chit-chat ain't doing a thing. Despite the fact that he's the president of the Honor Society, the students know enough that the students know enough about Masato to not start anything. They quickly disperse into the courtyard. Masato turns to look at me. I'm hit with the memories that I tried to forget. The argument at the canal, the bitter fight with Rui. It's amazing what 24 hours can do. All of those encounters seem so distant, right? Masato curls his lower lip in disgust and strides away. It socks me right in the stomach. I'm speaking before I know it. Masato. He lifts an eyebrow at me, but his body is tense with anger. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I want to know what I want to know why you're so mad. I don't understand. But Masato cuts me off, wrapping his fingers in the end of his jacket until his knuckles turn white. If you're gonna take something from someone, man, at least take care of it. Oh, what? Okay, that was the last thing that I was expecting to hear. Get to class. He storms past me and disappears into the classroom building. He's definitely talking about Ruri. He has feels for Ruri, and he realizes Ruri likes us, and he's mad that we're not trying hard enough. I'm only left bewildered and even more alone than before. This time, I've really got no one. Oh my god. I force myself to plod to my chair. The stairwells and hallways are congested with nauseating, frivolous gossip that makes me shake my head. This is disgusting. No kidding. I'm just about to slip in the classroom when a jolt of movement in the hallway catches my eye. Oh, Mr. Ryota has just opened the door to the principal's office, through which a number of students are filing. His face seems unusually burdened, the most solemn that I've ever seen it. Jiro? 5 of them, bullying, cornering the Hiraga girl. Again? You don't understand, Principal. Are you really fine with a murderer running around campus? What, throwing some kids with potty mouths under the bus to cover for her? Look, you guys will address the principal with respect, and you will listen to what he has to say. Next time I see you tossing around that kind of attitude, you'll be packing your bags, understood? I've never heard him sound so harsh. The students instinctively step back like he's emitting some dark aura. Mr. Ryota, how can you say that when Haru's gone? Haru Banya gone? What? You didn't know? He's been gone since last afternoon. He didn't even come back to the school for curfew. But Haru's a smart kid. Didn't he know to stay? What does it matter? Midori and Toma and Akane, they were inside the school after curfew, but they disappeared anyway. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. We're doomed. She bursts into tears as Mr. Ryota is frozen in place, looking strangely awkward. Bring them in, Jiro. I'll handle it from here. Mr. Ryota wordlessly steps aside, watching the students file into the principal's office. When the last student has entered, he shuts the door, sighing heavily. I step forward to greet him, but something halts me in my tracks. Students from this very school, gone. Yesterday, a death on the subway tracks. Now, Haru Banya joins the ranks. I can't trust myself. How can I possibly trust anyone else? It's got to be the stress getting to me, but I see every familiar face as a potential enemy, a puppeteer in the shadows, moving all the chess pieces into place. Mr. Ryota, something about him seems unbearably ominous, surrounded by death. Am I the killer? Is the killer someone close to me? Or is the killer a complete stranger? Everyone is a possibility. Mr. Ryota is intelligent, flippant, and when he needs to be, ruthlessly efficient. Then he noticed me awkwardly standing in the hallways, twiddling my thumbs. Oh, well, if it isn't my favorite delinquent. He's searching my face. I attempt to mask my expression. I can't show anything, not now. Hey, Mr. Ryota. I decide not to mention the scene that I just witnessed. Maybe it's better if he doesn't know. Kid, you've got bags for days going on under your eyes. I know. Have you been sniffing all night? I don't do drugs. Hey, what? Did he seriously just say that in the middle of this school? No, I was finishing some stuff up last night. I see. You sure you don't want to talk about it? I've talked to him about my past. I'm supposed to trust Mr. Ryota. I don't know. We've got some time before class starts. It's up to you. Wouldn't it be better to run my thoughts by him? He has information about the students that I could never get otherwise. Okay, your office? Yep, okay. Therapy session. So we slipped into Mr. Ryota's office without hesitation. Mr. Ryota settles behind his desk. He's still eyeing me closely. Maybe he trusts me about as much as I trust him. Yeah. You're really different today, Yama. What's bothering you? Do I really look that haggard? I thought I put up a passable front. That obvious? Once upon a time, kid, I was also a student. I pulled all-nighters for exam, just like you. Except, this doesn't seem like it's related to an exam. Exams are the furthest thing from my mind at the moment, that's for sure. Mr. Ryota, about the murders. He frowns at my question. You're still interested in that. Yeah. It's difficult to keep my composure up, but I managed to look him straight in the eye. Please, if you could just answer one question of mine about it. I can see the reluctance in his gaze, but after a long moment, he finally relents with a silent nod. You said that the victims all had some kind of psychological problem. Could you look up their connections with? It's just a shot in the dark. I don't even know if the killer is someone who I've met in person, but I've got to see if they have any relationship with Airi Hiraga, Yahiko Ikari, Natsuki Tanaka. Well, Natsuki Tanaka is the girl who, like, she's the one who knows people. Like, she's just like an outsider who's just spying on all these people, like, because that's what she does. She knows who's who and what's been going on. I don't think she's like directly involved in that sense. Like, she's just a bystander, if you will. Airi Hiraga, Yahiko Ikari. Let's go for Yahiko, because the only thing that we could have gotten out of it is that it's either between these two. Let's go for Yahiko. I know, I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't suspect him, but I just want to see in a way where he's like, because he runs the Happy Club, right? So it's like he's mentioned, we've caught wind that the Happy Club is supposed to be like a place, yeah, where people, you know, go when they're depressed and shit. So yeah, someone started a club for depressed and troubled students. It was called the Happy Club, and I thought that it had to be this, and it had the stupidest name in existence. But that club was for depressed and troubled students, right? Students with psychological problems. Is it really just a coincidence? Is there anything between the victims and Yahiko Ikari? Yahiko, like dumb blonde friend Yahiko? Hey, have you gone crazy, kid? What the hell would that ditz have to do with these crimes? Just, can you look it up, please? Yeah, I hate this doubt. Everyone in my sights is being painted as a potential target. Airi, Mr. Ryota, Yahiko, even myself. I just need to find proof that I'm wrong. Right, well, you're a weird one, kid. His fingers fly over the tablet. I see its surface flashing in a myriad of colors like strobe lights at a concert. Then he freezes and drops the tablet. It hits the floor with a shrill clatter. I instinctively wince, almost expecting it to shatter into pieces. What the? Gingerly, I stoop forward to pick it up. The screen is a mash of information, tidbits from the school records, patter feeds, and photos from Instacam. A group picture of a bunch of teens hanging out at a park, faces tagged as Yahiko Ikari, Akane Tsukino, Shoji Hasegawa, and Haru Banya. There we go, okay. A matching pat from Yahiko announcing the very first meeting of the Happy Club. An update from the roommate of Midori Meino claiming that Yahiko was harassing Midori with the most horrible pickup lines and she doesn't even like chocolate. A picture of the orientation groups before school started, including Toma Hayashi as a part of Yahiko's orientation group. He'd led in orientation. No, never mind that. What is this? Some conspiracy? It's like the universe was just waiting for me to dig into Yahiko Ikari so that it could flood me with information that couldn't possibly be coincidental. The common thread is Yahiko. No, this is ridiculous. I reject this reality and substitute my own. No, you can't do that to me now, Mr. Ryota. Well, I mean, maybe there's someone else in common. But there's a trend that I can't ignore, and even worse, each victim is getting progressively closer to Yahiko. Mr. Ryota, if this is true... I look to Mr. Ryota, but he's only staring at the floor, uncharacteristic shock etched all over his face. Mr. Ryota? Huh? Oh, sorry. You know how sometimes you get so focused on something that, well, you kind of forget everything else? Does that happen to you? Often. Not you? You seem pretty fixated on the idea that Yahiko Ikari is related to these murders. You're not serious, right? I don't know. Everything seems like a possibility, right? It's as if I was stuck in a dark room with only vague shapes and sounds, feeling my way around, and then someone turned on the floodlights, leaving weird spots in my vision that have to be hallucination but somehow aren't. No! Just the bell, kid. Oh my god. Guess you'd better get to class. Class? We're on the verge of discovering something vital about the killer, and I have to go to class, right? No, I should go. More than anything, I need to cool down, give my mind time to process the shock. Bye, Mr. Ryota. Take care, kid. I can't. I sidle out of the office and race down the hall, my mind still hazy with thoughts. There has to be another explanation. I must have missed something. Maybe I just shouldn't think about this until later. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's even Yahiko's here too. What the fuck? When I arrive, I notice that Yahiko's already in his chair. I instinctively freeze when I see him, worries still fresh in my mind. But wait, wasn't he supposed to be arrested? Didn't you really say that Yahiko had been arrested? Yeah, what the fuck? After the subway accident, hadn't he been taken under suspicion of Shoji's death? I mean, and yet I saw him in District 6 last night. I definitely ran into Yahiko Ikari, and we definitely had some kind of conversation. True, a lot of time passed because of my lapse. There were a good number of hours between the subway accident and the alley accident. But still, is it possible for someone to be released that quickly? Did he use his personal connections? Did he call on his parents to bail him out? No, I'm thinking about this the wrong way. He must have been released because they found out that he was innocent. I mean, they could have got Rui to come in and question and testify for him, right? Maybe bureaucracy isn't as inefficient as I thought. Maybe the case was finished because it was urgent. Yeah, as if that's likely. No, stop thinking about this. This is crazy. I temporarily shut my thoughts out and slip into my chair. Yahiko seems to be browsing through a patter feed. Ah, wait, we talked yesterday, back in District 6. It didn't seem like an ordinary conversation either. Yeah, right? Are we on good terms? Neutral terms? Bad terms? From my memories, I'd guess that the encounter was negative. If I act strangely, he'll find out about my lapses. What do I do? Then again, he's got someone's death weighing on his mind, someone who he knows. If he was an innocent witness, he'd be traumatized. He'd be different. How exactly do I act with someone who... Why, hello, my good minion. Gah! I jerk backward, but he only grins brightly, waving his hand in front of my face. Feeling a bit under the weather? No worries. Have some coffee, straight from Buckstar Coffee House. He thrusts an insulated cup at me. I peer through the lip. Sure enough, I see thick caramel liquor that froths with a warm whirlpool. Hesitantly, I take the cup. The heat caresses my cold hands. Is it poisoned? My mind supplies. I shut it down. Oh, no need to thank me. I'm naturally this generous. A sharp chill runs down my spine. Is it possible to act so natural after seeing someone die? After seeing blood, tasting blood, hearing blood? Right? Why is he grinning? Why is he acting like nothing happened? I didn't know Shoji that well, and even now. Yahiko. Hey, sounds like that's the warning bell. I'm gonna chat a little with Misaki. He bounces away with a spring in his step. What? Maybe this has something to do with our exchange yesterday. There's no other reason why he'd be able to completely ignore death, much less the death of someone he knew, unless... Students, seats, please. Oh my god. The rest of the class rushes to their chairs. The commotion drowns out my thoughts. I force myself to pay attention to class. It's preferable to getting visions of bloody, beaten bodies. I answer the teacher's questions at every chance I get and actually listen to lecture. Apparently, it's such a rare occurrence that the entire classroom is staring at me by lunch. Oh my god. Still, break is break. Any momentary curiosity immediately halts at the first chime of the bell. Yahiko tugs at my shoulder, his face still alight with a cheery grin. Lunch? Calf? The old gang? I steel myself and look straight into his eyes. I saw you at the train station where Shoji died. Yahiko freezes, his expression flickers for a single moment, almost too quick to catch. What happened? Why were you there? Yeah, his face flattens, a stab of guilt wrenches through my gut, but I try to squash it. I need to know who I'm talking with and who's talking. Come on, minion. If we wait too long, the lunch line will take forever. A hungry overlord is not a happy overlord. Yahiko. Well, guess there's no forcing you if you don't want to come, even if you're a minion. Ta-ta for now. Hi, maybe he's the one with the bipolar personality. That's me. Oh my god, I don't know anymore. He quickly prances out of the room before I can slip another word in. I can't suppress a shudder of revulsion. The fact that Yahiko's acting the same as he always does, it's terrifying. Moreover, I've done nothing to ease my fears about my lapses. I still have no clue what happened yesterday, why I saw a bloody body, why I ran into Yahiko. You are disturbed. What happened? Oh. I almost jump at the sudden voice from behind. Irie is seated on the edge of the table, munching quietly on a peach. What the? Where did you come from? Classroom 2D. Well, I know that. She only tilts her head at me. Like a perfectly calibrated machine waiting for a simple command. Like a soulless doll ready to kill. No, I need to stop this. These are people I'm talking to, not machines, and they're not killers, and I'm not a killer, and we're just ordinary students at an ordinary school, going about our ordinary day. Something is bothering you, yes. I falter, my words cold in my mouth. My thoughts are building up in my head, pounding incessantly, begging for exit. Should I talk with her? Yes. Yes. Yes, you should. You should talk. We need to get our feelings out, okay? Oh my god. Talk today. Talk today. Yes, talk today. Yes. Yeah, I had an interesting day. What happened? Well, I saw someone die, maybe killed by my close friend. Then I was a jerk to the only person who stuck by me. Then I went to the sketchy part of town where I saw a mutilated body, except I can't remember how because my brain is only half functional. Not much. She evaluates me for a moment from behind her peach. Let's go to the rooftop. Okay, wait, what? Uh-huh. She only gestures for me to follow her as she pops out of the classroom. Okay. Well, at the very least, I guess it's a better place to talk. Okay. Like most days, the rooftop is practically empty. Ivy plops down in an obscure corner, nibbling at her peach. Sit. Okay. I obligingly sit next to her. She pushes the peach into my hand. You're quiet. She states that placidly, the irrefutable fact of a textbook. I only stare at the peach. Is this for me? Yes. I can eat it? Yes, I can, I guess. Yes. Hesitantly, I bite into the fruit. It's succulent and soft. I don't realize how hungry I am until that moment. I've had plenty of chances to eat, but little appetite. The sobering thought brings me back to the moment. I look into the sky, idly blurting whatever comes to mind. Feels like life has been the same for years, and now everything's changing. I don't even know why. What? Spill your guts! A wry smirk pulls at my lips. I close my eyes and lean my head against the bench. Get me some alcohol. Let's drink our sorrows away. Ari remains still, waiting for me to elaborate. You know, when people are upset, they drink themselves to oblivion. That kind of thing. Great idea, right? Now that's a contribution to society. Still silence, disconcerted. I open my eyes. Okay. Irie is nowhere to be found. What? She wouldn't have taken me seriously, would she? Wasn't it obvious that I was joking? Irie? Nothing. I quickly check my phone. No message. Maybe she left for a different reason. Maybe she decided not to talk to me? Yama. Did you buy me a drink? Yeah. I whip around. Irie's standing behind me, hugging a bottle of sake in one arm and a bottle of vodka in the other. Where did you get that? Oh crap, she actually took me seriously. Hey man, where'd you get that from? No, never mind. How did you get that in the school? Alcohol is strictly forbidden, and yet in the space of maybe a minute, she's managed to acquire some and smuggle it in. But Irie only smiles lightly, holding both bottles in my direction. Drink. She looks so proud of herself. I can't find it in me to refuse. I know, but alcohol, and what am I supposed to do with this? Can you, return it? You wanted to drink your sorrows away. Well, no, I wanted to get drunk. Okay, so she suddenly sprints away towards the edge of the roof. Alarmed, I follow after her and watch in shock as she manages to nimbly jump on the branches of the tallest tree. I can only assume she manages to shimmy down the tree onto the ground because her small frame is immediately lost in the foliage. Too alarmed to speak, I mindlessly walk back to where I sat before. I stare at the alcohol that's now in my possession. Wait, I have alcohol. I could get expelled. I could go to prison. I could... Here. Gah. Where did she even come from? Didn't I just see her in that tree? Take this. She pushes a can of Starman energy drink into my already full arms. If you mix it with the alcohol, you will become intoxicated much quicker. What? Did she have like a secret stash in her tree there or some shit? But you will feel alert, and so you will want to drink more. Do not. Okay. I should have guessed that Irie would take my words at face value, but how does she even know all of this? Wait. I don't actually want to get drunk. It was a joke. Joke? First of all, I'm not stupid enough to get drunk, especially given that my brain is only half functional as is. Besides, it's illegal at my age, not that Irie seems to care. Okay, first things first, how do I get this alcohol out of the school without anyone noticing? I guess I could just ask Irie, but that doesn't seem to be very fair to her since I was the one who made her get it in the first place. Unintentionally, of course. How did she get it here? I know she can climb trees with ease. Maybe she also went through the ventilation or sewer systems? But that's ridiculous, isn't it? Either way, the key lies in her hands. Irie, how did you... Bang! I watch in horror as the cork shoots out of the vodka bottle, sails over the railing, and plummets to the ground below. Ow! What the hell? Well, crap. Is this a cork? I gingerly peer over the railing. A student is clutching the vodka cork, squinting upwards. I hurriedly lean back before he can see me. Fantastic. And I thought this day couldn't get any better. Hey, Teach, this cork just came from the rooftop. Oh, this is, the smell. Is there a party on the rooftop? Not an official one. I wince as the teacher storms into the classroom building. She'll be here any moment. Frantically, I turn to Irie, who is experimentally tasting the vodka. Irie, we need to get rid of this, now. Irie clearly registers the urgency in my voice. She promptly sets the vodka down and stares right at me. Throw it away? Yes. No, what? No. Just put it back wherever you got it from. Oh, okay. She quickly hands the alcohol to me. I wasn't trying to steal it from you. What? Why are you? No. Put it back where... Oh shit. Slam. Oh, the teacher stomps to the rooftop as if she's searching for someone to kill. Jolted with panic, I make a vague shooing motion in Irie's direction before I leap out of my cover into plain sight. Okay. Professor? Crap. My voice cracked. Come on. Where are those make-believe skills? You! The teacher barrels in my direction, her eyes flaring. Did you see any other students on this roof? No. So you admit that this cork came from you? She raises the cork with shaking hands. Dang it, I should have made something up. I should have said that they were students, but they ran away. What's that? It's the only half-intelligent thing that comes out of my mouth. Don't play dumb with me, young man. Where are you hiding it? What? Come to think of it, why are you standing in front of this bush? Bush? What bush? She steps to her right. I follow to block her view. She weaves to the left. I mimic it. Okay, that was definitely suspicious. So it's behind you, is it? What's behind me? You're digging your own grave, young man. Move aside. Yes, this is it. This is what all my years of suffering through school have turned into. This is the culmination of my sucky week. Yes, it is. It should be stupid, it should be trivial, getting expelled from school. What does that matter in the face of 5 deaths, or losing my friends? But what if I turn homeless? What if I enter the spiraling abyss of debt, and I have to join the Yakuza, and I contract tetanitis during a job gone wrong? God, you have such an imagination, Yama. I suppose you're clear. Oh. She steps back from the bush. Surprisingly, it's empty. There's no sign of Irie, nor the alcohol. Did she finally understand what I meant, or is she just taking it to a more terrifying purpose? The teacher suddenly whips to me, her eyes narrowed. Well, I apologize for suspecting you without any basis. She sounds about as apologetic as a toddler in a tantrum. If you happen to find those irresponsible students who are in the possession of alcohol, give them a little message for me. They can run, but they can't hide. Oh, then just as abruptly as she entered, the teacher races from the rooftop, slamming the door behind her. I only sink to the ground, relishing in the relief that washes through my veins. I live another day. What a ridiculous encounter. Yama, oh my god, yeah! Again, I reappears as if from nowhere. This time, the alcohol is nowhere to be seen. I understood. I put them back. Oh, why did you put them back, though? She's practically bursting with pride. Well, for Irie, hesitantly, I pat her on the head. Thanks. She only nods placidly and continues to munch on her peach. Just curious, but where did you get that stuff anyway? Huh? The vodka, the sake. Cafeteria kitchens. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. What? You stole it from the cafeteria? They weren't using it. Well, it's still the schools. It's illegal for minors to drink, and it's illegal to steal. So it must be doubly illegal for minors to drink alcohol that's been stolen. Yes, it is. Who would ever think of taking the kitchen stock? The idea is either genius, insane, or both. Come to think of it, how does Irie get her peaches? I swear that her stash is inextinguishable. Every time I see her, she has a new peach. It couldn't be. Irie, by any chance... no way. This is ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous. Joking about alcohol and almost getting expelled for it. Peaches. Endless peaches coming from nowhere. Mirth bubbles out of me in a wry laughter. Ridiculous. Brain damage, memory lapses, bus accident, mutilated bodies, double-faced informants. Hurting Rui, hurting Misato, Mr. Ryota, and Yahiko and Irie as serial killers. My chuckles transformed into an all-out hysterical fit. I struggle to keep breathing as my ribs ache beneath the instinctual heave of my lungs. It's crazy, all of it. Yes, it is. What is funny? My throat aches as I struggle to master myself. Life is hilarious. Irie inclines her head, quietly waiting. It's invitation enough. You ever had that feeling where you feel like you know everything, but it just takes one moment and your whole world crumbles to pieces? Yes. Like Le Rouge Lampriard? Yes, Le Rouge Lampriard. Always Le Rouge Lampriard. I'm being likened to a fictional character from a show. Sure, Le Rouge Lampriard. He's a pretty cool guy, right? He kills people. Oh, that's a bit of a damper. I lace my fingers behind my head, staring into a nearby flower until my eyes begin to burn. I'm probably not any better. Ruri and I got into an argument yesterday, and I was an idiot. I don't know what came over me, the kind of things I was saying, I'd never thought them, not genuinely. We haven't fought like that, well, ever. Is that what death does? Makes you a completely different person? She seemed fine, normal. I thought she'd be okay since she didn't see it. Irie considers this for a moment before she speaks. Every word is enunciated deliberately. Perhaps she had problems. Problems that she did not want to worry you with. My parents were the same. Your parents? They died. Oh, yeah. I feel the urge to say that I'm sorry, but it sounds shallow in the gravity of the moment. I see. Irie only nibbles at her peach. How? I don't realize how insensitive that question is until it's already out of my mouth. Thankfully, before Irie can respond, the warning bell pings. I hurriedly get to my feet. Oh, guess we have to head back to class. Yeah. Irie silently stands next to me. They fought. Every word seems labored, like it's painful to utter them. They fought. How does that explain how they passed away? There is a strong part of me that wants her to continue. Part of me that's curious about this enigma known as Irie Hiraga, yes. But I can't bring myself to do it. There's enough craziness going on. Finding out about Irie's past might just make things worse. Hey, you don't have to tell me. It's fine. I moved to the rooftop door, keen on exiting before I cause any more trouble. It's better this way. My curiosity just leads to hurting people anyway. Okay. Irie silently follows me, staring at the peach cupped in her hands. We part at the stairway. I'm not sure what to say, but at the very least, she doesn't seem angry at me, just thoughtful. Okay. I think I'm gonna end this episode here, you guys. I feel like if I just go on any further, I'm just gonna get myself carried away. I think we've gotten a lot of shit happening to us, so I just need to process it all. Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay, so what a fucking turn of events again. It's like it's doing it again. It's like a roller coaster of a ride. I'm starting to question everything and everyone. So I thought I got things figured out. I think some of you guys were right about the whole thing, where it's like the possibility of him in his lapses and his like bipolarness. Like he has bipolar, and because of his lapses, he doesn't remember this shit. So like it very well might be that he's the killer, and like possibly Yahiko too. Like it seems like Yahiko was super chill, and he seems to be putting up this front where he doesn't seem to be bothered by any of this. Like he just didn't witness one of his friends get run over by a subway. Like he got arrested, for crying out loud, and then he comes back super chill and was like, oh hello my good minion. It's like, what the hell, what is this? I think, are we accomplices? I feel like we might be. Oh my god, like we both have alternate personalities and we're just each other's accomplices. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Anyways, this game is starting to take a turn, a huge twist. Actually, not really. Like the twist is like almost there. Like you could almost feel it, but it's like it's slowly revealing itself right now. So we're questioning everything and everyone, and we're gonna leave this episode here until the next time, where we perhaps might get more reveals. Yes, more shocking facts and news. So tune in next time, you guys. Thank you so much for joining, but for now, bye!